Hi guys, and welcome back. Today, as mentioned in the last video, is going to be about the bubble top and getting that fit. Now, just want to show you a couple of different projects that I've got going on. So, this one is one that I finished earlier this year, I think it was. It's a 58 Buick, old vintage SMP 58 Buick that was a bit of a glue bomb, like the Apache is. And the bubble top is from the Monogram 58 Thunderbird. Now, what I had to do with that is all of this top bit here is scratch built from sheet plastic. And basically what I did was drew round the bubble top, cut that out to shape, and then cut out where the interior was going to be and built up around the edges with sheet plastic, just glued to the side of it, and then sanded down to shape, and then glued the whole thing into the body flat. And the interior tub is all scratch built, and that clips in from underneath. As you can see, I'm addicted to bubble tops. So this is another project that I've got on the go. It's stalled at the moment because I'm not quite there with the design of it yet. But this one is a cut down soap mould that I got from John at JB Creations sent me. But that is literally simply I've cut a hole out for the shape of the bubble with a sanding grinder, and then glued a piece of plastic up from underneath. And then, because there's such a curve to the top of the boat, I went round with some 1/2mm plastic again, glued it in, sanded it all to shape, and that creates the bubble, where the bubble sits. And for that one, I'll just build a it's going to be a little single-seater boat to tow behind something. We'll see yet, but I'm stalled on that one. And then again, this is going to be another bubble top, because why not? This bubble is from a really old vintage Revell parts pack that I've got a long time ago and never used. So that's destined to go on that. This is one of the original Styline Ranchero, Falcon Rancheros, original parts. But that's a project for another time. But getting back onto the Apache. So we've got to make something for that to sit in, and then also for an interior tub to mount to. So basically, this is a little test piece that I made, and I'll go through how I did that when I make the real one. But that's going to glue to the top of the body, and it's the outside rim is to the outside edge of this bubble, and then we've got a slightly smaller one that will act as the stop for the bubble top. But there's going to be a load of measuring and getting it into the right position. The first job though that we need to do is I've started sanding and filing down the top of the body here where I took the roof off. But I also need to do the same here to get that down. What we will do then is when we've got the plastic on, we can start building it up with with putty and sanding it to shape. I mean, what we will have to do is cut it oversized this way, because the bubble is going to overhang into the bed area. So the first job really is to get that cowl bit and that windscreen area flattened down. Then we can take some measurements and then position where we want the bubble, where it looks best. Okay, so I'll get my trusty file, and we'll get cracking on that, and I'll come back to you when I've done that. All right, so I've got the body now filed down. Okay, I've taken a few measurements of what I need and worked out where I want the bubble to sit. I really want the bubble to sit where the leading edge of the roof was, the windscreen was on the original truck. So about where the edge of the line is there. So I've measured side to side, and I've measured the size of the bubble. So the bubble is diameter of 65 mil. Okay, so what I've done, and the width of the body here is 70 mil. So what I've done is I've cut 2 equal pieces of styrene sheet. One is 1 mil thick, one is 1.5 mil thick. So I've done some measuring on this, and the bubble leading edge goes to that line there. I've marked on the body where it needs to be and marked the centre. So that basically is going to glue onto the top there. So I've put a mark in the centre there, which is going to be the centre of the bubble. So first we're going to cut the bubble out, the circle out for the bubble to drop into. And to do that, I'm going to use dividers. Okay, now I will basically, it's 2 points on it. One's quite sharp, and you can use that to scribe the plastic. So this is going to be quite difficult to do on camera and see what I'm doing. Sorry about this. I'm just trying to get in a decent angle where I can do it. So bang in the centre there and to that line, and that is the centre of the bubble. Okay, so I'm going to lightly scribe like this. And do this in many passes. And once we've got it deep enough, we can go around with a hobby knife. So I'm going to continue doing this and then get it cut out, finishing it off with a really sharp blade. So I'll come back to you in a sec. Right, so we've got that piece cut now. Literally by gently scribing round with the dividers in many passes and then finishing it off with a knife. So we've got a nice circle cut out. So next, I'm going to offer this up to the body and just get it on the line there. And then we're gonna get ready to cut the second piece, because that is going to glue underneath and that is where the bubble is going to sit. However, we need to make allowance for this part of the cab here. So what we're going to, I've put some marks on the body there, which are 5mm from the outside of the cab, because that's where the interior tub's going to sit and fix into place, but it can't go hard against the cab because of these. So I'm going to offer that up and put them together. We know that's where it's going to sit. So get them exactly together and onto the body. So we can see our marks here. If we move it across a little bit, our mark there will mark that and measure that. So that now is 20mm. So what we're going to do is going to mark 20mm on this one. That 20mm. Yeah, 20mm. Let me just draw that, mark that off camera. Okay, so I've marked that now, and that line will be where the back edge of the interior is going to be. So we're going to do exactly the same with the scriber, with the dividers, but we're going to make it 2mm smaller than this one, diameter 2mm smaller. So then when they're glued together, you'll have one smaller ring for the bubble to sit on. Okay. However, the second piece, we're going to scribe it and stop at this line. So, like this. So, it doesn't have to be 100% exact. Just slightly smaller.
And again, we're just scribing the line until it's deep enough to get a knife into it to finish it off. Okay, and then use our rule. And there we go. So once that's in there, you've got the surround for the bubble with the back parcel shelf. So these two now need bonding together, which I will use some liquid cement. So I'll glue them together and come back to you. Okay, right, I've got this bonded together now. So it's one piece with the ring in there, and I've just trimmed a bit off the edge. So the next job, basically, that we're going to do is we're going to bond that to the body. The bubble doesn't 100% fit, but I've made it that way because all of that, the edge of the bubble there, just needs cleaning up. From where I've cut it down, it needs cleaning up, sanding, polishing until it's right. It's filthy at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and bond that to the body using lots of super glue. So I'll get that bonded on and then we'll see what it looks like. Right, so we've now got the bubble ring well and truly glued onto the body. So the next job now is we need to start putting some shape into it all around the sides and the front, because I don't want it to just look flat. And then we also need to work out how we want it round the back round here. That is going to take a lot of shaping in there, and how thick we want that lip. So we'll do some preliminary shaping with a file and then see where we get to. I think that's a little bit thick at the front there, but we can blend all of that in eventually when with body filler and stuff like that. So I'll start getting that done and see where we get to. Alright, cheers guys. Alright, so I've got busy with the files and sanding sticks and the rotary cutter. I think pretty much we've got the design done now. The got the bubble ring trimmed down. We need to do a bit of sorting out on the bubble, maybe strengthen it a little bit under here, but yeah, I think that's a success. I think maybe next time we'll make a start on building the interior tub for it to make it fit. Just a basic one, because we still haven't decided on the design of it yet and how things are going to work. I mean, the body now, the design's done, but it's all very, very rough, and it all needs filling, sanding, the sand, fill, prime, repeat malarkey, which seems to go on forever. But yeah, the design part of it, I think, is pretty much there. And I'm really quite pleased with it. It's looking really good. So yeah, thanks for watching this one, guys. I hope it's provided a bit of inspiration, and we'll see you on the next one.